And Rodriguez, try to keep your connection. I can listen you well. Try to get your camera. I don't know if possible for you. Okay, good morning, everyone. I am Eleazar Santos Tejada, and this recording is for English Intermediate 1. At this time, I am recording from Melgar, Tolima, Colombia. At this time are online Juan Gabriel Rodriguez Muñoz from Abu Dhabi, Jorge Enrique Díaz Melo from Duitama, Claudia Janet and Lori Lenet Rua Rodriguez from Tibú Norte de Santander. Thank you very much for joining to this encounter, everyone. Lori, how are you?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Rodriguez, how are you today?
I'm fine, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Jorge, how are you today?
Fine, thank you, teacher.
Okay. Claudia, can you hear me? Okay, maybe Claudia still has problems with the connection. Okay, let's start. I hope you have had a fantastic weekend and be ready to speak today on this, our third encounter, okay? As I sent you by the email and WhatsApp group, the idea this morning is to talk about a little bit internet, okay? The internet, the positive things and the negative things, okay? I know the topic is wide and we all use and we all have experiences, good and bad experiences using that. My recommendation is today just to feel free to speak about internet in general, okay? In general, not only in your particular case, not only in the way how you use the internet, not only in the situations or context you use internet, but all the information that you know that you can tell us today about internet, okay? So having this in mind, we're going to talk about at the beginning of this encounter to the positive things, okay? Positive things, positive experiences you have had, or even the advantages of using internet, okay? Internet. Okay, as an introduction, what can you tell us, Jorge, about internet in the positive way, please?
Teacher, can you repeat me again? I didn't listen very well.
Yeah, as the beginning, as an introduction, just try to tell us what you know the internet in the positive way. What is your opinion in the positive way? Because later we will talk about more in detail about other aspects in positive way and finally negative way. But now, as the beginning, what is your perception of the positive uses of the internet?
Well, I think internet has a lot of positive characteristics. You know, the internet is a powerful tool that we can take advantage of it. For example, my partner is from Dubai, so he is talking with us. So it's a powerful tool, you know. So it's very important to use it. It also has the power to connect. Well, I'm talking with about him, and it can
Say again, Jorge. Jorge, I can't hear you. Jorge, are you there? No. All
teacher.
right.
Teacher,
Yes.
can you hear me?
Yeah, now again. Yes, now again. But your communication was broken maybe last 30
Ah,
seconds.
okay. This was because of a calling that
Ah,
was
okay. All right.
sending.
Say, continue, please. Don't worry.
Well, teacher, I was talking about that the internet is a powerful tool that we can, in which we can take advantage, taking a communication between ourselves. in different places. For example, my partner is in Dubai, so we can connect with him and talk with any problem. People around the world mm, the internet have a lot of advantage, and the people around the world can have excuse me can get a lot of limits, limited things. For example, you can whatever information that you don't know, you can find in Google, in internet. It's like yeah, it's a good look have internet, but we have to use very well. For example, in the university or some business, the internet can be used for for organization, groups, website working. We can take advantage of it, and we can promote our work. You can, if you are an engineer, if you are a bachelor's degree, you can take advantage of it and start to sell your services. um, i- in my opinion, internet is very easy to use, so it's one of the best tools that we can find in the in the world, and this is the most popular. I think the internet is the most popular, and that internet have some social aspects, such as Facebook, Twitter, and for example, in Twitter you can find a lot of opinion of important people, of a lot of famous people, politicians. You can find actors, and you can get updated what happened in the world, in whatever topic, politicians, fashion, news. So it's very important. I think there are a lot of positive aspects about internet.
Yes, thank you very much, Jorge. Very good. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Juan, one general opinion about the positive things of the internet, please.
Teacher, my general opinion is I think that internet is very necessary in this moment because all maybe almost all jobs, all companies, uh, everything works and use internet for the very fast communication, very fast information, transmission for the documents, um, very fast communication, um, connection all world, a lot of jobs and other things and almost amongst other.
All right, very good, Jorge. Very good, thank you. Okay, Lori Lynette, what's your general opinion about positive things of the internet, please? Lori?
Okay. Yes, teacher. Sorry, I had problems with my connection. I
Yeah,
had
don't worry.
to connect by my cell phone.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine, Lori. Okay, tell us, Lori, what's your general opinion about the positive things of the internet?
Okay, teacher. The internet has many uses. Sorry, and okay, in my personal opinion, I use by shopping, education, and self improvement. Make friends, is, I think it's very important in our daily life, because okay, by the internet I can study, and it's very important to me. So I think this is all. That's all.
All right, thank you. Yes, there are many benefits, many advantages of this aspect, Okay, we are going to talk about some punctual or particular aspects of the positive ways of the internet, okay? Can you see my screen? Can you see our conversation, Jorge?
Yes, teacher, I can hear you very well.
Okay, can you read my last message? I just typed real and instant communication, okay? Real and instant communication. Is it one of the benefit of this service, the internet service like that? Jorge, what do you think about instant
Teacher,
and real communication?
teacher, can you put me again the image? I didn't see very well.
Okay,
Excuse me.
instant and real communication. To talk about
Okay.
real and instant communication. Do you agree? Is it a benefit of the internet?
Yes, teacher. Such as I was talking about, I think the instant communication permit us to exchange opinions, to exchange knowledge between ourselves. It is very important because, for example, if you start, if you take in mind to put a message in a forum, you have to wait that another person or another partner respond your message. So in this way, instantly the communication we can find in in the in the most in the most effective way we can talk with ourselves, and I think it's a very big advantage or a huge advantage that that I think it is called the synchronic, right? The synchronic communication when you talk online with other people. Um, yes, teacher, I think it's a very a huge advantage, and it permit that or it led that we can meet and we meet ourselves, our lives, and practice English in this case.
Yes. Thank you, Jorge. Thank you. Lori Lynette, what's your opinion about instant and real communication as a benefit?
Okay. Well, teacher, is what we are doing now, no? Communicate between us, and there are many apps that we can use to communicate, like WhatsApp, Facebook, Hangouts. Okay, so yes, it's a benefit. It's what we're doing now.
Yes. All right. Thank you. Jorge, sorry, Juan Gabriel, what's your opinion about instant and real communication?
For me, total benefits because is uh, is very fast for the communication with the internet, and the send message for the other person, sends news for different page, and the and anything place on the world you can see for the news, for the message, for the publication, anything that.
Yes. All right. Thank you. That is totally true. All your opinions is real, is instantaneously the way how we can connect with the world. Okay, now let me ask you a question. So now we have internet, we have cameras, we have connection, but how people communicate maybe 20 or 30 years ago, maybe you don't remember yourself. I remember, I use it because I'm a little bit older than you. but maybe you have studied or listened about that, how people communicate maybe 30 years ago. Jorge, what do you know?
Hey, I don't remember. No,
Okay.
well, teacher, I think by was like a phone, yeah. They use it. They use it phones, but public phones. I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know very well, but I think they use it public phones. But and nowadays we can find any public phones on the streets. Mm, yes, I think it's very important I mean all the advantage or all the edges of the internet, all the things that the internet has have been improvement I mean to have a lot of benefit for people, right? Um, but it has a lot of bad things. But in this moment, I don't. I think we can talk about bad things. But in the last in 40 years ago, my parents or your parents used to tell us that the internet it didn't exist, and it was impossible to imagine that an internet or something like internet, something similar like internet be an important tool in our reality. So I think there is a big contrast between 30 years ago and nowadays.
Yes, it's totally true. Thank you. Lori Lynette, what do you think? How people communicate many years ago when internet didn't exist?
As my partner said, by cell phone. But I remember that my mother said to me that uh, there was a place, like a center, something like that, and you go there and leave a message, and and then the people who you need to communicate it had to go at that place too and receive the message. I don't know what I was. It was something like that. He told me something like that. Yes. I say, really, mom? It's awful. How how you communicate in the last decade, and told me to. And she told me that there was a cell phone. Sorry, my mom called. There was a cell phone, like I don't know how to say, like a radio. Yes, like a radio, and it was very, very, very hard to communicate. At the end, you can call the person.
Yes, that's one way, okay? All times. Rodriguez, what do you know about that?
Okay, I remember little because when I was 4 years in the 30 uh, years ago, so I remember was usually for the communication the other the other city from from the city other city, for example letters, right, to letters. uh, you remember telecom,
Yes,
my uncle write for from Venezuela to Colombia for my grandparents for the reading letters, maybe uh, maybe 10, 15 days in the travel. Yeah, you
yeah,
understand me?
yes,
And in this time, there is a internet, uh, no cell phones, maybe one telephone in your house, and in my house, one telephone. And I remember that. So the teacher remember similar that for the operation area for the last work, and the teacher and me
Yeah.
receive the soldiers or co-workers letters for their girlfriend, wife. So the internet is this moment is necessary, but the last time no no was necessary in this in that moment is all, teacher.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much. Yes, that's totally true. Okay, maybe you are a little bit younger than me, and maybe some of you don't remember Telecom. That was the telephones company that used to serve to the country how to connect people, you know. But as Rodriguez says, one traditional way was to sending letters, you know. You needed to send letters in from the post office. You send a letter, and maybe after 1 month you have the answer, you know. So it was part of a long process, that kind of communication among families, people, things like that. Other ways were the telegraph messages, things like that, by the radio, as Karin says, Lori says, and those were traditional ways to communicate in those times, you know, in those times. So nowadays we have a really good way and different options because of the internet, you know, is how the things have evolved, the evolution of the communications is really good, you know. Okay, another thing to talk about the benefit use of internet. Many things are done in less time. You know, many things are done in less time. You know, what kind of things you can do in less time? Jorge, for example.
In, in, in less time,
Yes. For example, what about bank transactions?
uh, teacher, I can hear you very well because another partner is.
Uh, I don't know. Yeah, this kind of noise on the back. Yes, there are things that can be done in less time nowadays because of the internet. You know,
Yeah.
one of those, for example, just to mention a few, the bank transactions. What can you tell us about that, Jorge?
Okay. Well, teacher, I can say that we can find a lot of things, such as if you use, for example, some tools like Instagram, Twitter, um, you can communicate more quickly. For example, uh, when you use the your email, so it is not necessary, such as the last time that when you had to make a lot of things to send a message. So, for example, the email, if you want to send a message in 1 minute or less time, you can find in your inbox there your message. So it's very important for the business, for the companies to use the internet. That you can find or you can make your HB in Word, so you can send it to a lot of companies to present your HP. So if you don't have internet, or in the last time when you didn't have any tools like that or like this, it was impossible to send a lot of HB to companies, to 20 or 30 companies at the same time. So I think there are a lot of advantages that in which you can send. Overall, I think the message or the HPs is very important to send it to a lot of companies, and it's very quickly to do it.
All right. I can hear you, Jorge. Okay. Okay, thanks. Thanks, Jorge.
Did you hear me very well, teacher?
Yeah, the last part I didn't.
Well, I was explaining that the most important or the less thing that you can make in internet in the less time is to send a lot of HB to companies, right?
To
And
companies.
present yeah, and present your HB in the same time. But in the last time or 3 years, 40 years ago, you couldn't have done that things, you know. So it's very important, those kind of tools.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. What about you, Lori? What's your opinion about those things that can be done in less time?
Well, teacher, nowadays we had credit cards, and they are very important because with with them we can retire money, we can send money, we can buy online, we can make a transference maybe. I remember that I work in a Bancolombia the last
Yes.
year, and it was very easy for me make a transference for another people, pay commitments, pay credit cards, and in if we think about that, in the last year we can have credit cards, and now it's more easy to get money with the credit cards. So it's important.
Yes. Thank you, Lori. And what about you, Rodriguez?
And here we call notes, for example, flight tickets and pay for send money in a really time. For example, I send for my salary to Colombia. It's very easy. Maybe 10, 15 years ago, uh, that was very difficult. The other example is a um, different pace. For example, service, house service is a too much line in the down city. Now you can pay in time, in really time. It's all city.
Thank you. Thank you, Rodriguez. That's totally true. Okay. Thank you very much. Those are really good answers. Really now most of us can make those payments online, because many years ago you needed to go to the bank, make a long line, and you spend a lot of time making lines to pay the services, the bills, the electricity, the credit cards. You needed to go to the bank face to face, but now you can do it from your house by the telephone, uh, because of the use of the internet. Okay, because of the use of the internet. That's the idea in this part. Okay, let's move on to another. Nowadays, especially for educational purposes, if you have homework, you have to research, you have to investigate any topic, the information is available all the time on the internet. What do you think about that, Lori?
I'm sorry, teacher, I don't know how to say.
Yeah, you can, you know how.
Information in a Bible time. Okay, I don't know, teacher. Sorry.
But okay, what I mean is, time ago, if you needed to do a homework, if you didn't have the book, you needed to move to the library, and that means time, or the information was in hands of the encyclopedias or the teachers, and many years ago, not all the people had access to encyclopedias, to atlas, to those kind of elements, What I mean now is different because the information is available all the time. Is it true for you, Lori?
Yes, teacher, because when I need to do my homework, I just turn on my cell phone or my computer and Mr. Google help me to do my homework. And there is Google Academic, yes, and I looking for my information and I can do my homework in the hall of time. Yes, you have it's true what you say.
Okay. Thank you. Rodriguez, what's your opinion about that?
In this moment is too many information all time. For example, flight tickets and service for the different service, for example, and pay ticket vacation, plan vacation, and you can looking for a different place, and no more for this moment.
Thank you, Juan. And what about you, Jorge?
Okay. Well, the availability of internet access have been limited, but in the last time or in the last decade, I have to say that it was limited, or they didn't use internet, so the the different things that people in the daily routine did, it couldn't be, it wasn't so fast, so such as in the present time. For example, a lot of consumers of internet have in the world have said that it's very important to make their occupations, to their daily routines. For example, we have to say that the availability in internet, we can find it in at home, school, the workplaces, the public places, libraries, internet cafes. So, where computers with connection are available, is very important. Some libraries, we should connect networks, the networks,
Hmm? Yeah.
local area networks. You can connect to laptops, and it's very important because you communicate between the different areas. So I think that's my opinion.
Yes, that's really good. Thank you. Okay. Yes. Again, now the information is in the hands of everyone. So no. So there are no excuses to look for any information, to look up any information, because now you have unlimited access to the information to study. So it really is a really good benefit from the service of the internet. Okay, now let's move on to another. Okay, as you can see on your screen. Okay, internet as well is a big window for many people who want to start new businesses, especially for those people who don't have the possibility to rent a place, a public place, and maybe they want to promote or offer their products. So internet is a really good window for that. What's your opinion about that, Lori?
Okay. Well, teacher, I think that as you said, it's more easy to sell your products and maybe with a page you can upload your products like Mercado Libre. But
Mhm.
I have buy many stuff sorry with Mercado Libre, and it's very easy because you get into the page and looking for, I don't know, shoes, and you looking for the color and the size, and you just have to press a button, and you communicate with the owner, and they give you a ticket or a code, or you can pay the product, and then in 1 week or 3 days you receive your product without any problem, and it's very easy. It's more easy for me by buying stuff by internet that get out of my house and go for that product. For me it's more easy. So, and is uh, in those days I had reading about digital marketing, something like that. Yes,
Mhm.
and there was men who make, I don't know how to say, propaganda,
Yes, advertisement.
advertisement for many pages, and the owner pay him for the advertise, and it's very it's a very good way to get money.
Mhm.
So yes, it's very easy. It's better.
Mhm. Right. Thank you. You, Jorge?
Okay. Well, I think internet is a big door to promote our services. Uh, I have to say that when I want to promote my English classes, or such as an English teacher, I use internet. Um, well, for example, business with website is very important. It's very important for rich people who are and consumers that are accustomed to use those kind of tools. Uh, we can see a lot of or many businessmen, excuse me, using internet as a tool to sell products or to for online marketing, or they used to make some deals by internet and make a lot of money. So for example, if you want to be an specialist in business, I can say that you have to use the internet, right? I mean, you want to expand or to get abroad of work, you have you must use you must use internet to your business. There are a lot of investigations and there are a lot of cases where people who manage big companies or specialists say that they have to promote their products by internet to have success in their business. So in in the online marketing, if you analyze, there are a lot of strategies and the products and services that you offer. The most time are sold, So, for example, my partners was talking about this tool, Mercado Libre. I think it's one of the most important companies, or I don't know what is their, their kind of organization, but that organization I think is one of the most important in the world to sell different things, clothes, articles, or whatever kind of articles. So I think if you don't manage your internet, you are out of the time.
Yeah, that can happen, Jorge, you're right. Okay. And you, Juan, what's your opinion about that?
Teacher, my opinion is the internet allows many things all use. For example, in my cell phone, I have a lot of apps. For example, can I check my mail? Can I check the weather? Can I check the net social network? For example, one strategy for the uh, any social network is, for example, Facebook. You 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 touch one like, and Facebook synchronize for the similar information you that like, and Facebook see you this or maybe information for synchronization. And and the other service for the internet and very fast is very important for me is to use the maps. The last time uh, we use the map in one letter or in paper. In this moment, we can use maps in my phone and one screen in your car. Is with the internet is very easy. The life uh, now is all.
All right. Thank you. So, yes, you have maybe seen about different uses to promote products, Nowadays, many YouTubers, many young singers, new bands to play music, many people that want to begin a company, a small business, they use internet, They use internet just to advertise, to advertise because it really works. There are many people connected to the internet all the time, and that's a reason they are successful when they use internet to offer the products. Okay. Now, moving on to another use of the internet to talk about campaigns, but not about politics. Okay. Now, as you know, in Colombia we have a lot of advertisement, but what I mean at this time is not about politics. When I mean campaigns, is for another reason or social reasons, especially for helping people. Okay. What kind of campaigns can we promote, Lori, using the internet?
Pues, well, I don't remember. Maybe campaigns. What?
Uh, Again, not about politics, but to help people. Okay, think a little bit, Lori. Jorge, what campaigns can you maybe talk about? What can we offer by internet? What kind of campaigns?
Okay, first of all, teacher, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think there are a lot of things that you can make in internet or to promote business, your own business, and for free. You know,
Mhm.
well, for example, you can offer your service. If you want to make your own services, you can promote between some pages, local pages, or for example, if you want to promote your social media, for example, in YouTube, you can sync in that tool. For example, in YouTube, you can sync with your email and start to fill in some requirements to start some videos and to show to the public. And it has I think if you start to work with YouTube, you can gain money, right?
Mm.
So this part is very important. In Facebook too, you can make your page in Facebook. um, well, there is a thing that I like so much, that is start to make a blog and get uploaded all my, well, or get uploaded all my business or my work, what you know and what I am doing, but one important thing in a blog is that you have a lot of followers to connect with more consumers,
Mhm.
and in the time that you start to have a lot of followers, you can have more consumers, and there are a lot of people that are going to watch or to look your products or to look your business. So there is one of the, or two or three of the tools that you can use to make your own business in internet, right?
Mhm. Yes. Thank you, Jorge. Juan, what can you tell us about that? What kind of campaigns? I just typed some examples on your screen. To those kind of campaigns you can make or promote using internet. You know.
Okay, the internet, and there are a lot of page for it. For example, offer service. For example, rent rent for the car, rent for the apartment, and clean service. Any companies um, for service for the data for the phones, and different different service, for example, travels, vacations, and travels for the others place, and any more, teacher.
All right. Thanks, Juan. Okay, Lori, you. What can you tell us about some campaigns you can use?
Okay, teacher, I think in humanitarian disasters, okay,
Mhm.
because with those campaigns, we can help people who have experienced disasters such as, I don't know, floods, earthquakes, landslides. And I reminded the case of Mocoa. I don't know if you remember,
Yes.
that was
Uh-huh.
also through the ONU, that people receive help. And, and I think that it's important, these campaigns, as you said, not all is policy. So with this campaign we can do good things.
Yes, thank you. Okay, yes, that's where I want to move a little bit. Okay, for example, when natural disasters occur, maybe you are far away from that place, you know. Okay, happen in Mocoa, happen in Guainia, or happen in Japan, at any part of the world, and you are far, far away. And maybe you say, how can I help? You know, how can I help? And people make campaigns by the internet um, in order to look for people to help. But how can people help, Jorge, in those cases? Or what campaigns can you promote to help people?
Yes, it's good question because the most time we can hear that that some television channels or TV channels promote, for example, the marathon. I don't remember. Caracol has a TV show that they promote with all the famous people
Uh-huh.
to donate 1,000 pesos per person as a minimal payment.
Yeah.
For example, in my idea, we can make websites and to publish when a disaster take us, because I think that if we have a disaster, for example, you remember the disaster of the fighting of the Amazonas. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of a lot
Yes.
of people a lot of people promoted the that disaster to help, but the most of government didn't pay attention to that problem, but people who started to promote that, uh, uh, um, that was the initial step to help that in that problem. So I think people are more conscientious of those kind of problems than the government, because the politicians or politics matters are very complicated, because you can see a lot of corruption, we such as people with a humanitarian heart, we can promote websites or promote, for example, in Facebook, in the social meetings, we can promote to help people. The internet is very important in this time because of because you can promote the helping of whatever problem that you can find in the reality or in the present. So I think the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you can promote and don't expect that the government start to act, and start to make whatever it wants, So it's very important to use for example, Facebook, YouTube, and all the social medias that we can know about.
Yes. Thank you very much, Jorge. Juan, what's your opinion about that?
In this moment, the internet help a lot of people. Um, One example is you can see in Facebook for the uh, uh, laws, one parent, one sister, brother of the one family. I don't remember desaparecido in English.
Yes,
I don't
lost.
know. There's
Mm-hmm.
lots.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the other people can see this information, share it for the other people, and
Mm-hmm.
see all places in the world. For example, you can see TV news and see in real time, and can you see the different topics for example, tremor, disasters, accidents, warnings, dangers, etc. No more.
That's very good, okay? Thank you. That's true, okay? That's true. Campaigns are as well wide topic to talk, but in general, in here, the idea is to highlight the use of the internet, you know? Yes, as Rodriguez says, if there's a person that is lost, hey, you can make a campaign on the internet. Many people can see and try to help to look for that person, you know, to know where it is, you know. If there's a natural disaster, okay, how can I help? So institutions, NGOs maybe make campaigns to say, okay, we need clothes, we need water, we need medicines, we need money, you know. Uh, we can find those kind of campaigns to help people as well. There are different campaigns for different group of people that protect animals, that protect the water, to promote the water conservation, to promote the protection of the air, things like that. Those are different ways how can we use effectively the internet to help people when we talk about campaigns, okay? And again, we can continue talking about different positive or advantages of the internet. But now I'm going to move on to the negative things, okay? Negative things of the internet, okay? Negative things, the disadvantages, okay? Because as well there are many, depending on how can we use the internet, okay? And as the first disadvantage, tell me your opinion about no privacy. No privacy. When we use the internet, you become in a public person. Okay, so no privacy. What's that mean for you, Lori?
Okay, teacher, I think that one negative thing about the internet is the bullying. Many younger people had commit suicide because they they suffer from bullying on the net, on the web, and is well that didn't happen in Colombia, you know, because the bullying is not so extreme, okay, but in another countries is it's very common that people suicide because another people mock them and make a Photoshop with their photos or they public I don't know, maybe as we said the teenagers news or public the back of the people in the web and that person suffers so much and at the end they take the decision of suicide. It's very sad because I was reading about sometimes after the suicide the people still mock of that person and it's very sad. It's very sad.
Right. Thank you, Lori.
I think it's one of the worst disadvantage of the internet.
Thank you. Jorge, what do you think about no privacy when you are connected to the internet?
Okay. Well, I'm going to talk about the privacy in general, right? For example, as you know, since internet is used in almost every aspect of the social or political life, you have a lot of hackers. For example, there are a lot of hackers that they take advantage of the information of people and try to access to people. For example, in Facebook, I have an account in Facebook, and there were many times where when I was affected by hackers, and I have to say that they have a big ability to damage dates, and
Mhm.
and they start to spread viruses around around your account, whatever accounts, Instagram, Facebook, or something like that. And for example, if you know that you have a secure information, you are wrong, because almost all the time there are a lot of hackers that they are a lot of smart to hack the information that you have. I don't know how they do, but for example, in if we start to talk about business. I have to say that there are a lot of advertisements, the advertisement that have viruses. So there are a lot of advertisements that you can I don't remember words, confiarse, okay, that
Trust.
you can exactly, that you can trust of that advertisement companies, because if you think that this is something trusty, it is not, because there are a lot of viruses within within that advertisement. So it is necessary to have a filter when you start to use a tool. So it's very important.
Thank you, Jorge. And what about you, Juan? What's your opinion about the privacy or things like that on the internet?
Teacher, my opinion in this moment, the internet for is is for example, security of the information is very important, this topic, because for example, in social networks,
Hmm.
I I can I I can I can put real information for me or for others people, and and the other person can you looking for this information, and can I use for the uh, bad things. And the other problem for the use internet, the people is forgot the family, use anytime, too much time, the mobile or the internet, the PC. You forgot the anything, good anything for the with a family. For example, you can see the girls, the boys, in one trip. Uh, a lot of time, too much time, see the mobile, and not enjoy for the trip. It's very important for this this generation lost this customer. I don't know.
Customs.
Yeah, the other problem is some information. Is very easy looking for any information for the any any people. And fake news, for example, fake news, and thieves. You pay, you can pay in one page, and false page, and you can lose the money. Uh, and I don't have more.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Juan. Okay. Yes, those are really good opinions. There is one situation that is isolation, as Rodriguez mentioned, a couple of examples. Sometimes when people are at the table eating the breakfast or the lunch or dinner or whatever meal, they are eating, but at the same time, they are using the telephone, no? Sometimes on a trip, as Rodriguez says, they don't enjoy the trip because they are just checking or chatting the telephone, you know? Sometimes there are meetings, social meetings, you know, parties, where it's supposed people are going there together to talk, to share ideas or things like that. But really you can see many people in the same place, but everyone is looking at his personal telephone, you know? A question, Lori, do you use or
Sure.
in your family use the telephones when you are eating breakfast or lunch or dinner? Maybe?
Teacher, the truth is yes, because no, I don't know. A long time ago, didn't didn't we we didn't eat together. Okay, it's just like my mom make the breakfast, do the breakfast. I don't know, or bake. Okay, and I go to the kitchen and serve my breakfast, and and I and then I return to my bedroom and I eat. And the same happen in the lunch and the same happen in the dinner. Yes, and we didn't eat together. Just when we go outside, okay? Obviously, we eat together, and obviously we avoid the telephone because my father didn't like. So yes, that happened. Okay, I didn't think that it's bad, you know.
Yeah. Right, thank you. Jorge, what do you think about that? Those kind of typical situations?
Mm, okay. About if I use my cell phone while I am
Eh,
with my family.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's in the past when 20 or 3 years ago, my my parents used to say me that they didn't have cell phones, and they used it to enjoy more the meetings than now. You know that in the present time.
Mm-hmm.
I have token that advises to do it. You know, but I think it's almost always impossible to respond or to answer a message in your WhatsApp or your Facebook or Instagram. But I think we have to make some efforts, to, for example, if you have a time to dinner, to eat dinner, you should concentrate it all in the unique time to do that activity. So if you ch- in the next time you can review you check your message in your WhatsApp, your Messenger. So I think I have the conception that you have to take a time. Uh, you have to take a time by for all the messages or your email or check your whatever page that you are signed in. So it's important to take a time for each activity.
Correctly. That's the way. Correctly. Rodriguez, what do you think about that?
Teacher, I use the telephone all time. Eh, in my work, in my room, in the bathroom, and training exercise in the gym all the time, all the time.
No, you can't do that.
It's a big problem in me.
Yeah.
I
In
can't
my
believe in the bathroom. No.
in the story. So in my case, it's very different because I don't have my family here, and and we have different times. For example, 9 hours more here from the Colombia. So it's important for the communication, my family, my friends in Medellin, and I like. Uh, for example, Israel here is very expensive for the data. For the data, it's very expensive. But no have data, you don't have communication with your family. Uh,
Yeah.
so no problem, I pay. No worry.
All right. Thank you for Juan Gabriel. That's true. That's true. It's not only you. Yeah, it's not only you. And again, I don't come here to criticize you. No, don't worry about it. Just be free to speak. But it's a reality. Okay, it's a reality that's happening in the new generations all around the world. Okay, all around the world. Okay. In the previous encounter, the group I have from 8 to 10, there is a girl that she lives in China, and she explained this morning that even in China, they don't go shopping at the malls, they don't go to the supermarket, they don't go to the banks, they don't go to many places because all is done from the telephone, from the internet, because there is a lot of people on the street, always is crowded, always they need a lot of time to go there and buy or to make anything. So even in meals, even in restaurants, even in your house, sometimes you say I'm eating, but I am using my telephone. Yes, sometimes that happens. Okay, so it's happening around the world. So don't worry about it. Okay, another negative thing. Do you consider that internet is becomes addict to people? So people can become addictive to the internet for any reason or in any special occasion, Jorge?
Okay. Well, I think surfing in internet, I think it becomes like a way of life, you know. So it's, but I think we can make an addict when you are a kid or young adults, because there are a lot of incentivations, and there are a lot of virtual places where, or you know, in which you can replace your real life, you know. So you know, there is a program that is called, I don't know if you have heard that program is called Second Life. I think there are a lot of people or young people who start to play that game, and they become addict to that game. So it's like a replace of the real life in a virtual one, you know. So I think there are a lot of if you start to surfing internet as a excessive um, way, you are going to have problems. Not only with your mind, you are going to have problems with your health, because it can be it can bring you in the obesity. You know, you don't make exercise, you start to make you're going to become um what is the word, you're going to become to as a person with who is going to think almost all the time in internet. You know, they are not going. You are not going to think the real life, and you are going to think all the time, and you are going to be a lonely person. If you don't make exercise, you are going to be you are going to have a obesity in your body. So
Mhm.
you don't only have to see the problem with the mental way. You also have to see that problem with your physical appearance. So that's what I think about it.
All right. Thank you, Jorge. Juan, what do you think about that? Becoming addictive.
Yes, I think that this topic is important. It's very addictive because the people, for example, me take a cell phone with all time, and I have that for the Arabic people. That is only for you, no more people. They are my box. Eh, Arabic people is very
Uh,
addicted for internet.
uh-huh.
Here, uh, there are too much accidents for the use the cell phone in the car.
Okay.
Too much accidents is
Mhm.
very, that roads is very big for
Uh-huh.
6-7 roads
Lane.
in one
Yes.
lane.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. And is you can drive very fast, and
Yes.
in the moment, similar moment, you drive and check the cell phone. One
Mhm.
accident, and they did six people, six people, and all people in the car. For me,
Wow.
it's very addictive.
Mhm.
All world.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's good. It's not only there, okay? It's around the world. Happens all around the world. Lori, do you think it's addictive internet? In what cases maybe?
Well, teacher, it's true that we are very dependent of our cell phone. Um, when people becoming addictive, um, I think that children can become addicted too, and for that is more difficult because they are in a process of learning, and they need to explore their world without, a kind of technology. They need to do activities outside, and it's important. But I think that we are very addicted to the cell phone in very different way, because you can become addicted because of your work or
Mm-hmm.
because you need. And I
Yes.
addicted to my cell phone because I need to read every single day my homework, and I need to be connected with my partners, because we study not face to face, we study
Mm-hmm.
to distance, and it's important check out your your apps like WhatsApp, Facebook, and you need to be connected all the time, because not all your partners are free like you, or are available in the same time that you. So I think we are addicted. All all the people are addicted to the cell phone in one level.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly right. Okay. The addictions depend on the people, depend on the people. The bad thing is to become addicted for children, especially, games, because maybe they can leave behind the studies, the homework, the school like that for being immersed in the internet or in the games. That's what I mean when I say it's addictive in bad way. But yes, as Lori said, maybe you have to be in contact with the partners for homework because you are studying online. Hey, you have to. Or as Rodriguez says, my family is in another side of the world. Hey, you need to be connected because you need to know where they are, how they are, and how is it going on then and back. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay, as the last topic, as you see on the screen, the one negative and terrible thing is that children are exposed to bad things. Children are exposed to bad content. Contents for adults or contents that are not appropriate for children. What's your opinion about that, Jorge?
Okay. I think there are some issues that could affect for children. For example, in internet you can find issues such as violence, plays with sexual content. You can find well, you can find a lot of things, but I think it's the responsibility of the parents to control the time of the children when they surf by internet. For example, when the children start to make some or to play some games in the internet, there are a lot of advertisement where they offers to what can I say? They offer to get into a page and start to play. So you don't know what is content in that advertisement. So I think it's very important that the ages of the children that surf in internet be 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 caring. For example, children from 0 from 5 years or 6 to 10 or 11 to 13. Those year of children are very vulnerable to 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 have a hacker and to get damaged easily, because they don't have enough mind to think and and to develop a thinking about what is bad and what is good. So I think it's very important that parents, start to take care of those children from those ages, because when the children are around 16 years old, they have more the capacity to think in what is bad and what is good.
Thank you, Jorge. Lori, what's your opinion about that?
Okay, teacher, as my partner says, the responsibility is from the parents. Because, sometimes we see kids, we watch kids, sorry, in the social networks, and I think that's bad. You can let that your kid had social network because they can be victims of the extortion or something like that, because for the kids it's very easy get information about the parents, or upload photos of their and of them something of them, sorry, and is dangerous. I think that if I have kids, I wouldn't let had social networks or had cell phone, because it's dangerous. There are age for that, and the kids, yes, as you say, pornography, cyberbullying, yes, and it's dangerous for a kid had social network, or being connected in the web so much time. If the parents they aren't close to watch or what are they doing, so it's dangerous. the kids didn't have cell phones.
Right. Thank you, Lori. Okay, Juan, what's your opinion about that, exposition of children?
And in this moment, the children use the all internet similar you. They are can say pornography, different page, different bad page and bad information for them. And for example, in the internet, you can write deep web. Yeah, deep web, you know, deep web. Deep web, I was listening. You can find pornography, children content, sex content. You can business for the uh, weapons and different things. No, no, it's nice for children. No, it's nice for children. One solution for that problem is the mother and father uh, first use the phone of, of the PC or the MacBook and configuration for the children is one possibility. So no use all internet because it's very bad for one children.
All right. Thank you. Okay. All your opinions are so valuable, so real. Okay. So you're right. I'm gonna stop in here. Our encounter as a conclusion. Internet is a really, really good and powerful tool for our humanity. Okay, there are many, many benefits, good things about internet, but as well, we have many negative things. But depends, as you said, in the parental control. Parents are responsible for contents of children are exposed to. So internet is not bad. Internet is really good. Change the life of people. Internet change the life of people, but we need to use wisely. Okay, we need to use wisely, and that's the idea. That's the idea. You need to use wisely, and you will have more benefits. Thank you for being in this encounter. And if you have any question or suggestion, please tell me now, Jorge. Any question, any suggestion?
No problem, teacher. Very well, all the session. Thank you.
Thank you. Rodriguez, do you have any suggestion or question at the end?
I don't have any question and suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. You?
No, teacher.
All right. All right. Thank you for being in this encounter, and thank you for sharing your information. Very good job today. That's really good to listen your way you speak. Okay. Don't stop. Just continue. Okay. Thank you for being here, and see you next Thursday at the same time. Okay. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Okay.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.